So I'm not really a big risk taker, and what I did was when I saw you trying to do some online stuff, I was just skeptical. I immediately thought, man, nobody makes money online. It's all a scam. I thought you were absolutely crazy when you paid somebody online that you knew like $5,000 to get some lessons and get coaching and kind of get your path started. But little did I know then that you making that decision would have such an impact on my life. Because if you hadn't taken that risk, if you hadn't have invested that money and then kind of passed it on to me, then I would have never started my business. I'd still be, out there fighting the rat race, going from one day job to the next, living paycheck to paycheck. So I've been doing this for, I'd say, a little over 5 years now. And in that time frame, I've got a spreadsheet there that I keep up with, and I write down every single month how much money I make, and then I compile that to a little yearly spreadsheet, So I went and tracked all the money I've made just for this business since day one when I started. And the only thing that I keep up with is net profit. So that's after all the costs are out, which there's not a lot of cost to begin with, but you take away all the costs, all the fees, everything, and since day one, I've made over $2 million in profit since day one. The way that it's changed my life is just, if someone handed you $2 million, how would that change your life? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's enabled me to just be able to do so much more. It's enabled me to build, my dream home at the age of 33. I've always had faith in myself. I've always known I was a smart guy and whatnot. And I've kind of always knew that I would have my dream home at some point, but I thought it would be when I was 60 years old. You know what I mean? After I've worked a 9 to 5 for 30 or 40 years. And to be able to have this, house, land, everything by the age of 33, is just unreal. I saw the potential in what you were showing me when we were first getting started, to where, if you take a little bit of hard work and combine that with working smart, then it's almost like sky's the limit. It blows everything out of the water. It frees me up to have more time if I work smarter instead of just working harder all day. And one of the biggest changes since implementing all the stuff that you showed me was just basically time management. Before, when I was working my day job, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., that was number one on the schedule. I've got to do, I've got to be at work, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And now that I've started my own internet business, guess who makes the schedule? It's me. I decide what I want to do. I decide where I want to go. It opens up so much more for me to spend time with my family. That in itself is just priceless. And there's not anything else competing with that. That is now option number one. It's time with my family. So that's definitely been above all else, above all the money, above all everything else that what you've showed me has changed my life. That's been the number one most important, most thing that I'm grateful for right there. I was living paycheck to paycheck every single week, and I said, man, if I could just take what you're teaching me and use that just to be able to go take my wife out to dinner and a movie once a month, then I would consider that a success. And now we're way past that.